Hey there, it's Andy Mangels, and welcome to day 393 out of 500 songs. It's Musicals Day today, and this tune is from the 1957 Broadway musical and its 1962 filmed version, The Music Man. Both versions featured Robert Preston as a fast-talking traveling salesman who tries to manipulate the townsfolk of River City, Iowa, into believing that their youth will be corrupted by a pool table if they don't buy his marching band uniforms and instruments. The idea that a charismatic, corrupt man could use verbal scare tactics to exploit the population into doing something that will ultimately cost them money and not help them at all, well, it certainly seems appropriate in these days when falsehoods about trans people and the price of eggs are linked together by criminals who want to control the population. The song is a patter song with 814 words to it, which may be a record for a tune that I've done, especially one less than 4 minutes. Ya Got Trouble has been performed or parodied in shows ranging from The Electric Company to Ally McBeal, from The Simpsons to My Little Pony, and now I'm going to take my shot at it. A pool table, don't you understand? Friend, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, but certainly mighty proud, I say. I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help you cultivate horse sense, and a cool head, and a keen eye. Do you ever take and try and find an ironclad lead to yourself from a 3-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a bulk line game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket, and they call that sloth. The first big step on the road to the depths of degradation. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle, and the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pitchback suit. And listen to some big out-of-town Jasper hearing him tell all about horse race, gambling, not a wholesome trotting race, no, but a race where they sit right down on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch, make your blood boil. Well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum, with a capital B. And that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away their noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled or the screen door patched or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's the trouble. Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking about the kids in the knickerbocker shirt-tail young ones peeking in the pool hall window after school. You got trouble with folks right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now I know all you folks are the right kinds of parents, and I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They'd be trying out Bevo, trying out Cubheads, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging about all how they're gonna cover up a telltale breath with Sen-Sen. One fine night they'll leave the pool hall, heading for the dance under the armory. Libertine men and scarlet women and ragtime. Shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter with the arms of a jungle animal instinct. Mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble, right here in River City, with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble, right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes from Captain Billy's Whiz Bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell and so's your old man. Well, if so, my friends, you got trouble. Right here in River City, with a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Remember the Main Plymouth Rock and the Golden Rule. Oh, how we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls is the devil's fool. Yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. With a T. Gotta rhyme it with P. And that stands for pool. Trouble. If you're wondering why I wore the Legion of Doom versus the Super Friends shirt, that is why. Because the Legion of Doom are trouble. Now, you may have been unclear what some of those lyrics meant. So I'm going to give you a couple words to define so that you can go back. Oh, now I know what that means. So knickerbockers were a type of mid-length pants that were once worn by young men. They were buckled above the knee, and if they were buckled below the knee, that meant trouble. Dan Patch, which is a horse that he mentions in there that the jockeys would sit on, is a horse in the neighborhood, and he's saying he doesn't want a jockey to sit on your favorite horse, does he? Now, Bevo is a near beer that isn't a real beer, but it tasted like it. And these days, we'd call it a non-alcoholic beer. Cubebs are non-tobacco cigarettes. Now, when I was a kid, they actually made candy cigarettes. Today, of course, we don't have those, but now you have e-cigs and vapes that are flavored like bubblegum or grape or fruit punch. Kind of the same thing, except non-nicotine. And finally, tailor-mades are factory-made tobacco cigarettes. So that is some of the words that you might not have gotten in the song. Hope that educated you a little bit about 1950s lingo. Now, if you like my songs, I have 390 some of them up on my YouTube page right now. You can listen to them in any order that you want, or you can listen to them in curated playlists. There's even a Broadway-only playlist. All I ask of you is that you hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. That is the like button. Maybe also hit subscribe and leave a comment or two because I love to read those comments. Now, I will be back here tomorrow, and it's a song that I heard on a TikTok video, and I was like, the lyrics to this are so freaking apt for today's world, today's America. I have got to do this song. So tomorrow, please join me for that absolutely perfect song for today. And I will see you then. In the meantime, if you see a pool hall, remember that it's trouble, and remember not to buckle your knickerbockers below the knee. See you soon, friend. Trouble.